Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Here's Watson now on second down. Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Taking it about the 36. A good kick, 48 yards. 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. From the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Hey, let's go. Trips run. Sunday.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Omaha. Green 80.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Myles Jack in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 60.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check girls. Hey, 54, Ricky. Green 60.
Now Bortles. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
Green 80. Left or left.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hank. Green 80.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Richmond. Down. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards.
Two jet.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Bortles now on first down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down carry now for Miller. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Watson on first down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. On third down, Miller. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at their own 27. Now Bortles. Flushed out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And down to the 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
11.
To throw is Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Hank. 380. 380. Lucy. Here we go. 380.
Bortles now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
And got his man complete. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
372. Set. 396.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
380. 380.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Lucy. Bunch right. 372. 380. 380. Hang.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
380.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Rolling to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Tiger. Red, green,
Here's Watson now on second down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. Smith catches left side. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Come back.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. play action. Now it's Bortles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Covington in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Lucy. 380. 380. 72. 72. 72.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Down. Green the line.
And the pitch goes to middle. And a short gain down to about the 33. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Target.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Bortles now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. On play action, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hank. So right.
Now Bortles again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Green 80. Green 80.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius. Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Again, it's Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Spread left, spread left, spread left.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
Omaha. 372. 11. Show left. Lucy.
Bortles going to throw. Paul bringing it in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Nice 39, Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Green 80. So right, so right. So right, so right. 11B, 11B. 11B, 11B.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Spread right, 72. Green 82. Green 80. Lucy, Lucy. Lucy, Lucy. Green is good.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hank. 380.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bortles now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Hank.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
372. Move. 539, Lucy. 3
From the gun, it's Bortles. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles Mills, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatline.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Malik Jackson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's back to throw. He's going to let... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
The pitch to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now out comes Houston. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. They'll run. It's Miller. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.